Good morning. How are we? I was just walking along and I was thinking, I don't really know what to talk about this morning. And then I realised I had been thinking of something just before I left. We're on our way down to the lake, and what you see in the distance there is Kate. Not quite a mountain, but I feel like if it heard me say that, it might have a problem with that. And look at the sky. It's like a big blanket, isn't it beautiful? Like a patchwork blankie. Isn't that just incredible? It's kind of like when you're on an airplane and you're looking down, except I'm looking up. So this lake, as you may guess from looking at this big old industrial building, which when I win the lotto I will buy somehow. It was the water source for the town once upon a time, this lake, and that was the water treatment facility. And incidentally, do you see the tree that's just in front of me now? That is one of my favourite trees in the whole world. Now, here we are. Oh, and someone has left the gate open. Oh well. Yeah, so the thing I was thinking about this morning was safety and how important cultivating or being able to cultivate or call upon resources in myself that make me feel safe. How important that is. Look at you, huh? Look at you. Gorgeous. And what I thought this morning was how grateful I am to myself that I ever started. Because when I started, it was a bit piecemeal, you know, it didn't necessarily feel like something that was going to stick or something that was very easy for me. Oh man, she's like glass. She's like glass. Wait till you see this now. We walk up to the second one, will we? I'll bring you over the path. But I'm so grateful that I started and that I did it, because one thing I've learned is that, you know, like Pema Chodron says, start where you are. There's nowhere else to start. There will never be time unless you make it. And there will never be a better version of you with which to do kind things for yourself or cultivate new ways of meeting yourself in the world. Oh, look at it. It just looks like you could walk on it. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh, Miss Lake. You are just the business. Look at that. So what were the things that I first started doing in order to feel safe? And why did I not feel safe? Well, what I've learned in the last few years is that your nervous system takes a lot of damage when you're small, from just normal stuff. It's not even necessarily blunt trauma or being abused. It can be just from having to tense against things and protect yourself for a long time. And it's subtle. And how it plays out as you get older is kind of subtle and not so subtle too. But anyway, the thing is to start to become aware of when you don't feel safe. And mindfulness is a way to do that. Because through awareness of the breath, or paying attention as you walk, or whatever method calls to you, and I will be talking more about those methods. That's what I'm setting up this YouTube channel for, is to kind of put it all out there, and you can dip into what you feel is relevant for you. So yeah, I remember sitting at the lunch table after an argument with somebody through my work, and realizing that I was activated up to 90, nervous system on, and I knew that I had to try and make myself feel a little safer in order to go back to my more considered, heart-connected self. Because when you're activated, you are in kill them all, burn them, kill them with swords. So you don't really want to stay there for too long, because, like, yeah, it's a less evolved part of yourself, basically. You want to come back to your now you see, I always forget the difference. The parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. I think we want the parasympathetic. Oh, look at that tree. And we do that by sending signals to our body that it is, in fact, not a situation in which tigers are trying to kill us. It's a situation where something has happened and now we need to return to normal. So the really basic things to do there are some diaphragmatic breaths. So that's deep breaths into the stomach, feeling your ribs push out, not forcing, nothing too painful, just as deep as you can get. And the other thing that I've always done as well is just to place a hand on my lower back, or to place a soothing hand on your arm. And yeah, you probably feel like a twat doing that at the start. But then you realise, oh, okay, yeah, that does make me feel like I'm cared about. Because there's no one like you to make you feel cared about, despite all the arguing that might go on in your ceann, as they say in Irish, your head. So there are two very basic things. And the other thing would be just knowing, if you feel unsafe, where could I go that I feel safe? To who could I speak or could I go that I know would calm me down? Are there favourite meditations that you use? Is a bath or a shower something that calms you? Is and sometimes the first step is actually just to distract yourself. And people don't really talk about that too much, but I'm not advocating escaping indefinitely, but sometimes when you really, really feel very shook, you need just to kind of change the channel, take the peg out. I think change the peg, that's the Buddhist terminology. So that means doing something else. And if that thing for you is gaming or watching telly or watching films or something, then yeah, for sure. Who's that crying? What a lovely sound. Could be a baby sheep, a lamb. I don't know if you can hear it on the video. It's lovely. Wah! Definitely not a person, a human person. Yeah, so there's some thoughts on that. A bit unscripted and rough, but just some thoughts from the lake. All right. We'll chat to you soon. Any questions or ideas yourself, things that you do to make yourself feel safe? things that tell you that you're not. How do you know when you've gotten activated? So yeah, have a little think, and if you want to share. Okay, lots of love. See you soon. Bye.